Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. Today we're going to be taking out another lower level crew, and I'm hoping to get these guys, or at least 3 of them, up to level 2 territory. The idea then being that we can start working on a few more of our boss fights. I also need to really kind of buckle down and maybe focus on making a little bit more gold than I have in the past. And that's going to mean a little bit lighter provisioning than maybe we're used to. I think the Fallen crew should be pretty decent to take out. I am going to be bringing Urvik, our newest occultist. We also have Christopher here, our newest jester. He's going to be on the bench for a little bit, though. And the only reason I'm not bringing Alluvian is just his degree of stress. I think he could deserve a week off kicking around back at the Manor and maybe getting his stress levels down. If we had a little bit more gold, I might be actively de-stressing people. Unfortunately, Napalm is the only one getting some treatment for his disease. So let's take a look at what the Cove has to offer. Now, I do need like 12 food for a camp and 12 food for healing purposes. Makes total sense. The Cove is notoriously bad for shovel need, and there are several loot chests that can use shovels as well. So that makes a ton of sense. Otherwise, I'm thinking 2 keys, 2 bandages, and that's probably going to be it for provisioning. We'll go with like 8 torches. Of course, I say we're going to go light on provisions, and we've spent almost all of our gold to do so. But, you know, it's all we can afford at the moment. So, let's go ahead and get started. We'll try to avoid pinnacled lurkers everywhere we can. And maybe really start focusing on getting our gold economy up and running. I do have a few trinkets that I'm not super stoked on that are like disease resist and debuff resist that I could probably stand to sell, but it's really only a couple thousand gold.
The smell of rotting fish is almost unbearable.
Alright, and we don't have the worst room layout. We're going to have to do a little bit of wiggling around back over here, but once that's done, then it's just going to be a straight shot until we complete however much we have to complete. And alright, I'm always ready for that just very first square to have a trap in it. It seems to occur more often than not. We'll pass by that little puzzling guy and get our first scout. Good. Alright. A little bit of loot in the form of just some stashed heirlooms. Okay. And yeah, we'll do our first fight in a little bit of dim light. Only 3 enemies, so at least they were kind enough not to give us a full party of combatants. Wonderful. That is an awful lot of stress. So, Eric, I left Alluvian back because of his stress level, and you have very quickly surpassed it. Not super stoked about that. Not going to lie. Let's actually pop out
Masterfully executed.
a mark and conveniently a debuff. The idea here being that
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
that allows us to get the kill. Oh man, fantastic, Quinn. That was beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Alright. Savage Beat picks up a little bit of stress. We'll probably try to get 1 heal off. Let's see here. I was kind of hoping
A faint hope blossoms.
not to actually land the kill there. But, you know, can't always get what we want. And our torchlight goes ever dimmer. Alright, we'll pop 1 torch and get another scout. Beautiful. Alright. Head left first and pick up, again, a little bit more loot. Nice. And then Ashley, you may be the highest damage dealer, but we can certainly use your trap disarm abilities in the Cove. Alright, we've got another room battle coming up here. Alright, this one looking a little bit tougher, although we do land a nice surprise to start things off. But tell you what, yeah, I can only do first and second. Let's see. Oh, I kind of want to lead with the double stun, which means I kind of want to ignore these opening guys. Let's maybe do nothing. Let's maybe let him dodge us. That was my plan basically all along. You're down to 12. We could land that kill, but I'd say it's fairly unlikely. We can also try for that shuffle. Something that makes her stun make a lot less sense though, right? So let's instead do something like that. Madman will be down to 1 HP by the time he does anything to us. Maybe not the greatest first round, especially if these guys manage to come off of their surprise into acting first in the second round. But we shall see. Stumbling Scratch as he was in the 3rd rank, so at least that was a little bit less dangerous. Yeah. Alright, fair enough. Then kind of wish the Savage Beat would have gone after our ability to mark here. As it is, land some decent damage there, and then let's actually just pass out a heal. I'd say it was worth it. We take a little bit of bleed damage. Ow. Good, good. Okay, he's going to die. Let's start stacking up a little bit of damage over time on him. Of course, his bleed resist says no to that, so maybe not. Yeesh. Pelagic Guardian. You are a little bit too beefy for me, my friend.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
And I'd say it's probably worthwhile to prevent that 6 damage. Then
Confidence
swat
surges
that
as the
guy.
enemy crumbles. A powerful blow.
Good crit. Alright, down to 15. Do land the bleed that time. Great. That's going to take out half of his health over the next couple of turns, and probably need the healing more than anything. Good. He resisted the bleed that time. Ooh. Okay, no bleed. Alright, HP is suffering a tad bit here. We'll get another heal. No bleed. Fantastic. Can't wait to get the cleansing crystal. I pretty much just started to consider it a solid requirement for
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
any sort of healing you want to be doing with an occultist. And we have yet to pick one up. With a slice. Good. And not quite. But he's stunned. We still got an action here. Maybe we'll find Everett has an opportunity to heal for 0. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. And Ashley,
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
save those for when we need them, man. Alright, I've got a little bit of healing for the food there. Beautiful. Alright, we know we needed to use a shovel to go down here. So maybe we ignore it? Let's see what's right outside. Alright. We'll do the backtrack from this room to start while I debate internally whether or not I want to use one of my shovels to gain access to a single room. I think the answer to that is no. That it's not worthwhile to do so. So I think we'll instead we'll walk halfway into the hall, grab the curio, and then start heading back. It may mean that we have to take one more fight, like we might. That was actually quite nice. That we run into maybe one more fight as we have to take another room down this path of the dungeon. But I think it'll be worth it. And try not to step on anybody's toes. Ashley, You just had to step on his foot, didn't you? All right. And we'll keep going here. Probably want to go ahead and get our light level back up to prevent a little bit of stress damage, you know, maybe. And we'll want the high level of light by the time we get to this battle. We're down to 3 torches, so it's something.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
It's something we'll want to be keeping an eye on. Now, stunning this guy makes almost no sense just due to like his explosion countdown, not really caring if he's stunned or not. Let's try with the wombo combo of a mark, a reduced dodge stat. Ooh, speaking of dodge stats. And then a collect bounty.
Press this advantage.
Alrighty.
Give them no quarter.
Now, I imagine a Call of the Deep actually would be awful on his AoE attack. So that's actually maybe a little bit more dangerous than it seems, especially if Seabreeze could keep him alive. I don't think it's going to be able to do that. Ugh. Yeah. Alright. Could have had a couple of like really terrible dodges or something, but that's all behind us now. Everything's fine. It's fine. A little bit of decent healing and the bleed for our trouble. We'll eat a stress wave, and then the shaman will not be long for this world. Good. Alright.
This expedition at least promises success.
Now, I came up in the last couple of videos a few times. Been a little bit under the weather. I think actually there was likely no video yesterday. I do apologize for that. Sometimes, you know, you just gotta take a little bit of time, get some extra rest. Basically, got home from work and slept for like 10 hours on Thursday night, and feel quite a bit better now. So that is certainly positive. Ervik apparently has some nasty habits of stealing loot from our packs. That's probably something. Really? Oh, plutonium manic for money. Yep. Alright, it's not quite kleptomania levels. I think he would have allowed us to keep it. He would have just forced us to open it. Alright, now this is going to be our second to last torch. So we're down to 1 torch.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Are you kidding me with that stuff? Alright, we're down to our last torch. We still do have a campfire though, so I'm not horribly concerned. Pack has a map in it, okay. Actually a pretty decent map. Alright, we know that we've got 1 upcoming fight. I am maybe a little bit disappointed as I see no secret rooms making themselves known. That would have provided a substantial boon to our overall financial situation coming out of here. You know what? You do enough damage that I really just don't like you. And so... let's see if we can get rid of him this first turn so that we have a little bit of peace of mind. Good. And then we can focus on Mr. Grouper up here. 6 on the 6 to 12. Okay. Ow. Just ow. Don't stun him again. Okay, that's the bleed attack. And he does have a bleed resistance debuff right now, but we managed to pull through either way. Actually, go ahead and grab the double stun. I think a turn to make sure she gets to heal, as well as possibly... yeah, 2's not really what I had in mind. As well as possibly taking both of these guys out this turn. Let's see if we can manage that. So that's 6 to 12. That's 5 to 9. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Now down to 1, and I'd say we've done enough
The
stalling.
ground quakes.
Really decent. Most of the
Remind
party.
yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
That was actually a really decent crit as far as de-stressing is concerned. 3 of our party members got something out of it. This feels like a good time to go ahead and douse our torch a bit. I'm going to go down to 10. Okay. That is the sparkle of coin you see. What you got for us? Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, we have our inventory management quandary. Alright. So I'm thinking... I'm thinking we can use all our food at this juncture. That'll allow everybody to top off again. We'll get another stack and keep a move on.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
So we have let ourselves go down to 0 light, which is always a tiny bit terrifying. I wouldn't say no to a shambler fight in this composition. Like, it wouldn't be the absolute worst thing in the world. But then again, if we could avoid it, I think that would be pretty okay too. Alright, we did bring 4 shovels and managed to really not need them. 2 food is just going to get tossed, yeah. It's one of those things, you know, sometimes a cove outing or a wheeled outing, you might need 3 or 4 shovels, and then other times all the shovels you need you find in loot, and it was just a big waste of time. We're really going to fight this fight in the dark? I think the answer to that is yes. We had 24 food only moments ago. Nice. Another very decent loot draw. I'm gonna give up the bandage. I know the citrine's only worth 250 gold, but I'm putting gold on a pedestal right now as far as its importance is concerned. Alright. We're gonna have a fight in the dark here. But then I should immediately be able to camp, kind of regardless of what happens here. I don't have a full stack of food, but 10 should still let me feast. And... let's try for this. Could have gotten a kill. It didn't. I also considered stunning him just so he wouldn't stun us. Yeah, that basically... it was a lost turn either way. I could have just stunned him, and that would have given up the Savage Beast's turn, or let him stun us. Yeah. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, that sort of thing. Let's go ahead. Ooh, nice bleed. Okay. Get something like that out there. Then something like that out there. And then a breakthrough makes a ton of sense this turn. Alright, stress is really stacking up. That's unfortunate. It does resist at that time, though. Okay. Good dodge. The entire enemy force gets to act before us because fish apparently have inhuman degrees of speed. Ooh. Very nice. Actually, maybe even makes me more excited about the breakthrough. Alright, and why don't you just heal? Good. And... oh man, really? Alright, well, it got 1 kill. The, never mind. I was about to say the bleed will ensure his demise, but Seabreeze kind of threw a wrench into that plan, didn't it? Okay. Okay, you want to get clever with it, do you? That's fine. Get you back into lead out territory. Another good crit. Not so much on the stress relief that time, though. And then we'll just waste this action so we can grab the extra heal. And very nice. And we went first that time with 4 speed. Are you kidding me? These guys actually only have 6 speed. Like, it feels like they go first anytime and every time. Could have gotten a crit, right? Maybe.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I'd say Ruby's worth more than Citrine. And let's go ahead and make camp here.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Allows us to get a little bit of de-stressing going on. And then I don't really think I need to focus on buffs. Let's see if self-only... That actually might not be the worst thing in the world. Or, wow, we don't have, like, encouragements. That's really all I'm looking for here. Let's pass out that, maybe. None of us are religious. So that's actually not the worst trade in the world. They all gain 7 for her to get rid of 30. I'm pretty okay with that. I've still got 8 time left, huh? Yeesh. I mean, let's gain the scouting chance, and my thought process there being if there is a secret room, maybe somewhere nearby, we could still see it. And then we'll prevent nighttime ambush, just so we don't have to worry about that. With my ear to the ground. Yeah. And you're not really... like, I'm sorry, Arabic, I don't want to say you're a lost cause, but you're going to need de-stressing when we get back to town, whether we remove 25 stress or not. So we'll just pass on that. We now have an open inventory slot.
Purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
The Eldritch Altar needs holy water, I think, which I do not have. Perhaps a power lies within. Okay, we did get a scout. Interesting. I could, like, still hear it scouting back through all this area we've already been to. And then a little bit more loot. Okay. Hey, holy water. That's a thing that we were wanting a second ago. Stop stepping on his feet, Ashley. I've told you this before, my friend. Oh, nice. Deviant taste quirk removed. That's actually not the quirk that I would ask to be removed 9 times out of 10, but it's something. Alright, our first...
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Our first actual need of a shovel there. Ooh. That's a great way to start a fight off. That's even better. Okay. 14 damage, huh? Okay then. You know what? Let's reset. Let's take a round here. Of course, with the move. I was gonna say we could double stun the other 2 then, but that suddenly makes less and less sense. So let's just try to get rid of, like, our aim will be getting rid of one of you in this opening round. One of you is stunned. And we can deal with 1 incoming attack in the second round. That's not too bad. Especially when that attack gets dodged. Alright then. Alright, a little bit more healing. And we do get the bleed there. Okay. Tell you what, let's try to stun the other one this time. Nice. And if we could do 7 damage, it's going to leave him with 1. Ugh. Tell you what, we're going to do that purely so he dies before he can attack us. And then just get a little bit of damage on the other one. And maybe more than a little bit.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Ooh. The miss. Okay. Yeah, I didn't miss that one. Alright.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
I would say our loot game is actually going pretty well. I don't want to count chickens before they hatch, of course, but I think we're going to turn out A-okay from all this. You know what? Let's see if we can't bring you up a little bit. Not quite what I had in mind. Demon's Pull would get a pull of 2. But let's focus on healing instead. And... okay, 9 damage. 11 damage and the bleed. Okay.
Dazed, reeling, about to break.
Ow. So much ow. Alright, you are dead before you can do anything. Can't heal yourself if you're going to bleed out before it happens.
Death by inches.
And then... it's down to 8. Let's try vulnerability hexing him. The heal becomes significantly less important as we're about to be done with this dungeon. And we're going to kill there. A little bit of damage, and then probably some massive overkill. Oh yeah, massive overkill. Alright, Mr. Sea Maggot. With your armored shell. Let's see what you're all about. That axe actually looks like it would be the kind of thing that would crack a shell pretty well. Right? Like, I could see you hunting sea snails with something like that. Alright, 2 and 2 and 2 makes 6.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
And, of course, the keys we brought, also fairly unnecessary. I really do need to just make that conviction, right? Like, alright, we're going to go low provisions this time. Low provisions needs to mean, like, 12 food and 4 torches. Like, that's low provisions. But no, I'm always like, but we might need a key, and we can't leave without shovels, and, you know, before you know it, you're ending the dungeon with 3 keys and 3 shovels left. Alright, this madman does concern me a bit. So much, in fact, that I think I want to prioritize him as much as possible. Ooh, that's actually a rough dodge. That's not really necessary. The 4 damage might be helpful, though. Didn't need it at all. Okay. Never mind. We removed our stressor. I think next our pelagic grouper becomes a high priority due to
Exposed to a killing blow.
his extreme damage output. And, in fact, how much stress he just delivered to the party. 96. Ooh. Alright, at least you didn't gain any stress from that. And you healed yourself for 2. Also inflicting bleed. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. So you've got Guardian on you. Let's go ahead. Maybe get a little bit of damage over time started on that guy. Okay. 9. We could at least hit him with a stun. Flashbang? Flashbang, anyone? Yes. I'm not sure the Pelagic Guardian does much from the 4th rank either. Okay. Let's see if we can get a little bit better heal. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, how the tide can turn. Alright. Yes, all we can do is pass in the 4th rank. Oh, that's so wonderful. Good night. Sleep tight. And maybe eat a finish him. Okay. Let's just toss a little bit of damage your way. We're going to need to deal with you in a turn or 2 anyway. And... oh, Ervik's finally getting the hang of this healing thing. Okay. Again, oh, he can barnacle barrier from the back. It was just that this guy was already barriered. That's fair enough. Tell you what, let's get you to drop your barrier. And then we'll focus fire this guy down.
A devastating blow.
Yes. Didn't see that one coming, did you? Alright. Mr. Pelagic Guardian, you are right where you are wanted. Yeah, you've got protection out the wazoo, but it is not going to be enough. I'm sorry. Don't get the bleed. Okay. Down to just 2 HP. As long as we go before him, which we do, we don't really need the vulnerability hex. So I guess we'll pass out a heal. And then put this guy to sleep.
Success so clearly in view.
That
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
is lovely. You know, let's give some people a light snack. Not that it was in any way necessary. And we'll take that, dump those, use another shovel on the oyster. Ooh, 150 gold. You spoil me. I mean, I guess it sells back for less than 2 shovels. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get out of here.
Despite its morbid aspect, this twisted, cavernous maze seems almost traversable.
Alright, not bad. We got almost 1,500 gold, or 15,000 gold, rather. And a padlock of transference, which is pretty decent if I had an abomination. Our crest game also totally on point. Other heirlooms not so bad. And we got 3 level 2 characters out of the deal. On guard is also very nice. Okay. I would definitely call that a success. I think Arabic is the only one who's really going to need any de-stressing.
I can still see their angry faces as they stormed the manor. But I was dead before they found me. And the letter was on its way.
And the 15,000 gold certainly looks better than the 6,000 that I had just a minute ago. Can probably do without de-stressing you guys. Still running. We've got Cocoa. Yeah, I think we'll be okay there. As we sort into level 2s, I would say we've got a fair number of characters that can go out on a boss fight the next time around. Yes, yes indeed. We're also getting like plenty of crests, not really enough of the other heirlooms for me to do anything right now. We're 1 short from increasing available heroes and quite a bit short from available roster size. A Houndmaster would have been kind of nice, but I think we'll just have to pass for now. Otherwise, that'll do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to subscribe. There's more videos on the channel every single day. If you leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other episodes, and I will catch you guys next time.